So honest expression, you see it in the title, it's the topic that I want to talk about today, and it's not very easy to talk about this topic, and it's more of an exploration and just something that I have been thinking about. Are we truly honest to other people, or are we hiding a lot of ourselves when we talk to each other, when we share, or when we produce, when we make our content and stuff like that? I always feel very drawn to an honest opinion and sharing that, even though it may or may not be helpful, it may be hurtful, and it sometimes is a little bit harsh, is what I've learned. And I'm ready to kind of like admit that or see that that has been happening in my world. I have a couple of scenarios in my mind that I remember, and maybe I will share those at another point. But personally, I have the point that I believe that honest expression gets us forward. It gets us moving forward, even if it's hard sometimes. And it is process oriented, and it has a final destination in mind. And let's bring it back to an example. A couple of years ago, I was in San Francisco at a Peak Design event when they launched their everyday backpack. And I had an opportunity right after the event to talk to the founder of Peak Design. We just ended up talking a little bit about their product lineup in general, as well as where I'm from and what they're doing with the new product lineup. And one of the things that I expressed in that conversation was that I personally don't like the messenger bag that they put out a year prior to the everyday backpack. The funny thing happened that he actually then asked me where I'm from, and I said I'm from Germany, and he said of course, and that kind of like opened this door to me, which I was kind of oblivious to, which goes along the lines of Germans always tell the truth, or at least they're very blunt with their honest opinion about certain things. I can't really tell if that's something that is generally true. It's definitely something that hits home for me in terms of thinking that I know something that others don't, or thinking that we as in Germans have a better way of solving a certain problem or something. It's an interesting subject matter to explore in a different video as well, but for now, let's stick with this expression of honesty. I did not sugarcoat what I thought about the everyday messenger because I thought, well, they have a better product now. They are doing something that I really enjoy in other product categories, and I don't have to just sugarcoat it or to kind of like smear honey around their mouth by saying all of their products are so amazing, because that is not process oriented. It doesn't bring anyone forward. Them knowing that I believe that personally messenger bags is not something for me, and I didn't like this concept, or I don't like the concept of messenger bags in general, had a lot more to do with giving them a feedback that I believe is helpful. And so this is one example where I expressed an honest opinion, but it can, or it may have, which I don't really know because I couldn't keep in touch with the founder, it may have been hurtful that the product that I criticized the product that they developed in previous years. Now, the big question that I would like to shout out to you is, what do you think about honest expression, and especially expressing opinions like this, where you believe in this idea that you are helping the other person by telling them something honestly, even if it's destructive or maybe even hurtful? Or do you believe in sugarcoating everything and never ever telling the truth about something, or just looking away and just making everything sound so perfect, which oftentimes it's not? And my personal opinion on this is that if we end up doing that, if we end up making everything all amazing and never actually tell someone if something's not working or if something's bad or our personal opinion about something, we're actually hindering their process to figure out what might be a better solution. And I think that that's important. And I'm not saying that my way is the best way by any means. I certainly have a lot to learn in terms of how to communicate these ideas without hurting someone, but maybe sparking an idea, or also without imposing my own ideas on someone, but just giving them an option or a feedback, basically. So let me know in the comments down below. I would be really interested what your opinion is about this topic, and I probably will continue exploring this idea on this channel because it's something that is continuously changing for me. It's something that I'm developing in myself, and it's also something where I want to bring more videos to this channel where I express something honestly. And I believe that I have certain opinions that I have a hard time expressing because it's not necessarily the status quo, and I've been criticized for them before. Those ideas are very hard to express for me, to bring those to this channel, and I believe they're not really hurting anybody, but they're just my personal opinions about subject matters like smoking, drinking alcohol, partying, traveling, and like just how people live their lives. And I would love to have a platform for this, and I'm working towards that, to kind of like be able to explore these ideas on an honest platform where people can chime in and give their own opinions as well. But oftentimes, and that's the bad thing, is that around these kind of discussions, people end up hurt, and that's what I'm trying to not provoke. It's just something where I want to provoke to start thinking about a subject matter together and exploring ideas and solutions for lifestyles and all kinds of other decisions that we make in everyday life, or about products and developments that we're building. So let me know what you think about this topic in the comments down below, and I will see you back here with another video tomorrow.